Hello and welcome back to another Reaconteur video. I might get banned for escalation. Anyway, today in today's video, I'm going to be covering some drama that went down with a moderator in the Deepwoken Discord and a 14-year-old boy. Yeah, it's not as bad as it sounds, but it's still drama, so I guess people kept telling me to cover it, and the only reason why I'm covering it is because I missed yesterday's upload because I had no ideas, because the game is so dry. Don't expect me to cover drama ever again. Don't DM me. Don't ask me to cover drama. I always get people asking me, oh, can you cover this game's drama? No. F off. So yeah, enjoy some of this slop. Eat it up, you little piggies. I know you love this slop, right? You love hearing me talk about random stuff that doesn't really matter because you guys are so bored with the game. Oh, you're so bored. Eat it up. Nom, 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 nom. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. Anyway, what happened was basically a mod by the name of Mazina Fandy, who is a female non-English Discord moderator, was talking to another user over the Discord, and he said, I might just play Omori for the hot-ass characters. And then people in the Discord were like, bro, what are you saying? And they're all like 16. And then Mazina Fandy came in and she was like, I think they're like 14 to 15, which real quick, you might play Omori for the hot-ass characters. Have you seen the Omori characters? Like, I don't get what, like, where are the hot-ass characters? Like, no offense to anyone that thinks that, and I mean, I get that they're young, but where is the attraction here? I don't get it. Anyway, then he said, how is that not okay liking people my age? And then the moderator said, in a sexual way, you need to be blown, let's be real. Now, if I were like 15, I would have been all over this, like I would have been like, yeah, but it's still a bit weird for a presumably adult female to be saying this to a 14, 15-year-old boy. Yeah, that's just kind of weird. Now, what didn't make sense was another mod coming to her defense saying, not their fault English isn't their first language, which she came in and said, no, deadass, I actually didn't know it was a sexual term. You didn't know it was a sexual term? Then why did you add at the end of your sentence, in a sexual way, you need to be blown? Let's be real. Like, you can't spin that. You either did know it was a sexual term, so you said, in a sexual way, you need to be blown, let's be real. Or you knew that there were multiple ways to say it, and you specified that it had to be a sexual way, which is why you add the word sexual into the sentence. If you didn't know that, if you didn't know blown was like a sexual term, you wouldn't have specified sexual or non-sexual regardless, right? So what do you mean you didn't know it was a sexual term? That just doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. You either did know it, which you did because you specified, or you didn't know it, which isn't the case because you specified, meaning you know the difference. And then I guess you could say she was trying to say, because English isn't her first language, you say, oh, she meant to say in a non-sexual way you need to be blown, like you need to be shot or something like that, which, if that's the case, she should still be demoted because I got banned from the Discord for telling someone that they need to be shot, right? So let's say she tried saying that, okay, she still broke a rule. Get her out of the Discord. That's what I got banned for. That's what I got banned for. Now, I do think most of the people are kind of only reacting to this so hard because a mod said it, and Deepwoken's community treats mods like actual police in the real world, so they kind of always get hate, which is really funny. Some of them are chill, but most of them suck, kind of like the real police. Anyway, yeah, this whole thing was really stupid, right? And now, I do think people are trying to instigate a lot in the Discord, though, because Leo, the guy who they said this to, said that it was okay, and people keep, like, pinging both of them. They're like, bro, how are they saying that to you? How are they saying that to you? You need to be outraged. Which is kind of funny, but I think people are kind of just doing it to get this mod demoted, or try and get this mod demoted, right? Which, yeah, I see that, because Deepwoken players really don't like mods, but it's still kind of stupid, right? Like, people are purposely going out of their way to try and instigate between this guy, this girl, and then this other mod, so that way they can try and get two mods demoted at once for defending a strange but really not that bad comment. Now, I guess maybe other people might think it's worse than I do. I personally don't think it's that bad, because if I were 15, it would have been like, oh yeah, whatever, you know. Because like when I was 15, I liked women, you know, I liked women. When I was 15, I'd see a 15-year-old girl, I'd be like, that's mid, I want that 30-year-old MILF right over there. When I was 15, I wanted women double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple my age. That's kind of off topic. This is what happens when I record a video without a script. You know how teenagers are. But overall, yeah, it is still a bit weird because I think it's not as bad as what she said. I think what's bad is how she kind of tried to, like, defend herself against it, and then she kind of came off as, like, she's just lying, right? Like, she's just lying. Like, it was like, oh, she could have said sorry, or she could have said, oh, that's not what I meant, sorry. But instead she was like, oh, I didn't know it was a sexual term. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. You definitely knew it was a sexual term. There's no way in hell you didn't know it was a sexual term. What I don't understand is the other mod coming to her defense saying it's not their fault, English isn't their first language. Also, I don't know if she uses they, them pronouns, because this guy's referring to her as they or their. Regardless, I don't care. Like, why would you come to defend this and get involved in what's already something that's going on in the Discord and then get yourself pulled into all this drama? Because now that he's in it, right, and he's defending it, it's gonna look worse on his part. So, like, I feel like it's better to just stay out of this sort of thing. And then I guess Noah just got involved anyway. But the entire thing is just a really big mess of people on Discord trying to instigate. It's stupid. It's really stupid. And then on top of that, right, you go into the Discord, people are pinging me, other YouTubers to do videos on this stuff, and then they're just finding more and more proof. Like, I could scroll through the Discord right now, there's probably a new screenshot taken somewhere in the chat of everything that's been happening. Now, as a whole, do I think that Mazine Fanny should be demoted? Yeah, I do. Not because I hate mods, because I'm actually one of the few people that doesn't really hate the mods, but because what she said can be taken from either of two perspectives, which are enough to get a normal user banned. Like, I got banned for basically saying get blown non-sexually. I told someone to get shot as a joke. I was joking with one of my fans, and I said, I hope they shoot you or something like that, or I hope they kill you, right? Which, that was between me and a fan. I was joking with them. It was kind of just like a joke, right? And I got a month-long ban for that. And it would have actually been a permanent ban if the YouTuber team didn't step in. So, from my perspective, looking at this, what she said is either permanently bannable for sexual harassment, or it's permanently bannable for death threats, which is what I almost got permanently banned for through a false ban. But because I'm a YouTuber, it was only a month long. But yeah, overall, it's just really stupid. She'll probably not get demoted or anything. I'm expecting nothing to happen to her. Like, realistically, I don't think anything's gonna happen, because unless, like, this gets blown way out of proportion to the point where, like, the head mods have to act, or else the servers are, like, rioting and everything, and people are just, they're just screaming in the general chat, I don't think anything's gonna happen to her. I think, realistically, the only reason why this is happening is because the update hasn't dropped yet when it was supposed to come out yesterday, and people are just getting bored and mad, so they're looking for any sort of drama to incite as a way to entertain themselves, because Deepwoken players have nothing better to do. That seems like... yeah, that seems like what's gonna happen. So, regardless, I don't think anything is gonna happen to Mazine Effendi unless, like, the server actually turns into ruins because of how bad it is, and they're starting to, like, ban tens of people at a time because of how bad the riots are. It's so stupid. It is really, really dumb. And also, one more thing, right? Free Bonzo, most tapped-in moderator I've ever seen. That guy's cool. What I didn't like was he didn't tell me who banned me so I could harass them. But, you know, it's fine. Anyway, real quick, because I am legally binded to do this, big shoutouts to my YouTube members, Green, Brick, Goobka, Drizzy Drake Fan, Banana, High Card. I had to remember all of those without a script, which means I remember your guys' names. Hi! Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's any more drama, don't tell me to cover it ever again. I'm literally only covering this because I missed yesterday's upload, and I have a quota to make. Not for money, because you guys know I don't keep my revenue, but because I just like uploading for the fans, and I like seeing the analytics and subscribers going up. But yeah, the mods are a little bit weird, but this whole thing is being blown out of proportion. I was 15. Yeah, blow me, please. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye-bye.